Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Shorthanded. As always, I'm your host Brendan, and joining me is our NHL insider, Nick Lemieux. Nick, I know the NHL Finals are with us. We didn't get to do our prediction show before it started, but we're 1-1 as they get ready for Game 3 this evening. We both know how we got here. We're going to go over off-season moves and how we got and what's happening and what's not happening. I just want to give you my 2 cents of something that's been bugging my brain ever since the Toronto series. So Brad Marchand was available apparently in a trade because Boston was going to sell him. He, I believe, was 4-0 or 5-0 against Toronto, specifically in Game 7s. That's his record.
Yep.
And Toronto didn't get him.
Mm-hmm.
And because Toronto didn't get him, Brad Marchand is in the Stanley Cup Finals with the Florida Panthers, who did get him, and he just scored the game winner and a shorty
He's buzzing
in Game 2. So it's 1-1 because of the trade that happened, because now he's on like line 3. He's still very, very good, and I still can't get over the fact that Toronto didn't go get their nemesis to break the spell.
Exactly.
Can you explain this one to me? It's just bugging my brain ever since that series happened.
I'm still mad at the trade. They did it for like Brad Marchand for a bag of Doritos. I still don't get that. I'm still really confused. It's not like he's not good anymore. He was your first liner but Boston franchise is completely cursed, and so is Toronto. So Brad Marchand goes into the playoffs. He's been playing really good. You know, he's on like the third line of Anton Lundell and someone else, but that just shows you how good the depth is on Florida and how Brad Marchand just fits into it, dude. Because he comes into that series, boom. He played good in the Carolina series, got I believe 1 goal, and then this, oh my goodness, 2 games, 3 goals. He gets 2 breakaway goals that game 2 in Edmonton, and then scores on the power play in Game 1. He fits so perfectly, and he's such a great aura and everything about him. It's so great. Unless he's versing your favorite team, because then you hate him.
Then you either love him or you hate him, and I'm sure the Toronto fans are like, why you have to rub salt in our wound? The reason I'm rubbing salt in the wound is because, to your point earlier, a bag of Doritos gets you Brad Marchand, and you don't have to face him in the playoffs. He's on your team. And you weren't like, oh, well, Boston's not making the playoffs. We don't have to worry about Brad. Brad's not going to hurt us. Nope, Florida got him. And not only did he hurt you, Game 5 and Game 7 were disasters for Toronto. We both agree on that. And I still can't get it out of my brain that we could be looking at a Toronto-Edmonton Finals, which we are not. It's Florida back in it. 6-time Stanley Cups for the Florida. The state of Florida gets 6 in a row because they deserve it. Because, Philadelphia doesn't, Pennsylvania doesn't get it. The Flyers and the Penguins don't get it. No, it's Florida.
Never.
It's Florida. So the Panthers are in it. It's 1-1. What have you seen? I'll tell you what I've seen. What are your thoughts? Obviously, the trade is a big deal, but it's just, anyways, that bugged me. So what is your thoughts on the series so far?
What I've seen was different from this series is that it's so much different than any other series that we've seen. It's that one team has been extremely more dominant than the other team than we've seen. But in this series, when a team has the puck, they have so much momentum. But it's like Edmonton can have a little momentum, then Panthers go back into their zone. They can grab all the momentum back. Both teams are just so good, and it's just good hockey that the momentum shifts back and forth, like we've never seen in these playoffs yet. So I think that's great. Obviously, Brad Marchand took Game 2. They won it 5-4, but it's been constant. It's been like the best hockey we've seen in the playoffs because we saw how the goalies showed up in round 2 and 3. It got more boring, but now I just feel like this is the best Stanley Cup we've ever seen, and I hate it that I like it because I hate both teams, but it's really cool. I'm loving it.
What's crazy is I was visiting my office. I was in the Vancouver area. You think the Canucks, they don't want anyone else to win it. All of Canada is rooting for Edmonton. Like, they're just like, we want a cup. We just are cheering for Edmonton. And people were like, so you're not cheering for Florida? I said, whoa. I know. I think Edmonton is going to win. I have said that since we have gone back for a very long time. I feel like they're going to win. The thing that I've noticed with Edmonton is I agree. I've noticed it, but then they also have said it. So I agree with them. They are not high when they get the highs high. Then when they score goals, they don't get super high and they don't get super low when they let in goals. Like they're just not riding any emotional waves. They're just like, this is it. We don't care. Our job is to get 4 wins. The one thing I will say is McDavid is probably playing the best postseason wise.
The effer.
His move, that assist that he had where he juked out 2 guys.
Nasty.
Have you watched that in slow motion?
Dude, it's like he goes around one and then Poe drags around Aaron Ekblad. I mean, Aaron Ekblad is huge and he's a great defender. Poe drags around 2 and then slices it. You have Draisaitl on the slot. There's nothing he could do against that. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
He makes, to your point, he makes excellent players look bad. Like if we go back to the Vegas Knights when he just smoked them.
My goodness, dude. It's like, oh, you don't get the penalty. Boom, game over, series over. Oh my goodness. He's so like good and I hate it because he's so fast. He's got the stick skills. He can run the power play, anything. It's brilliant, honestly.
And I mean, I think he hit the post in game 2. And again, just assists left and right. He sets guys up. So his game 1 assist, I mean, through the crease around 4 guys. Goodness. 2 guys ran into each other.
Wide open, man.
I mean, you watch it, you're just like, everyone is just, he gets you out of position. And then he lets a pass go when you're not expecting it. This is the greatness.
Exactly.
He is ahead of it or he just sees it. And a lot of times people break up those passes just out of accident because your stick just happened to be there. He is the essence of keep your stick on the ice at all times. If you have, because if you just aren't going to know when he's going to do what he's going to do. And the puck, 1 minute you think it's there and then it's not. And he's so quick, you have to react to him. You can't just like let him skate around. He's just so fast. But man, there are times where you watch him and you're like, dear God in heaven, his
and then it's not only him too. You see him, but then there's like on the power play, Corey Perry. He's been in the league for 90 years, he's great too. He has the most goals for Edmonton. And then you Leon Draisaitl, the leading goal scorer in the regular season. Nugent Hopkins, Bouchard. It's him, but then it's not just him. And then you have them on the power play, and then you speed on the second line and everything. It's just it's a great team. But then when it versus a completely even team like Florida, it's such good hockey, and I love it because it's just back and forth and back and forth, and the momentum's so good. So honestly, I don't know what to think about it because tie 1-1. Originally, I think I had Edmonton in 6 or 7, but now I'm thinking this series is totally going 7 games. It's a great series.
I felt really good after game 1 and watching the double overtime game. I thought Edmonton was going to get it and take up 2-0 lead. And we've talked about this. You have to steal games. And I would say that Florida stole game 2 a little bit.
I think Edmonton stole game 1 because they were up a couple goals, and then Edmonton came back. They scored late again. They scored once late here and then scored late and again in game 2. Feel like Edmonton definitely stole game 1 because Florida had a lot of momentum that people didn't think they would have going into game 1 Edmonton Stanley Cup Final. They're rocking in the first period, second period. Then you have Sam Bennett, which scored 2 goals. He has the most road goals in a postseason of all time. I think it's brilliant. He's a great player. The way he stepped up from not being able to do a pull-up in 2014 and now rising to the Stanley Cup in 2025. And they stole that one, got into overtime. When you have a power play, it's how disciplined you have to be in either overtime when it's 2 minutes left or just the third period. They get the power play. I mean, there was 4 guys going to Connor McDavid. You leave Leon Draisaitl wide open in front of Bob, and it's what can you do? Yeah.
Game 2, you're correct. I felt Florida took it, but I felt like when Edmonton scored with 17 seconds to go, and a seeing eye shot by Perry, which was amazing. I felt I felt like Edmonton was going to take it and go up 2-0. However, to your point about 7 games, the only way I will believe Florida doesn't win the cup is when the time is over and Edmonton has the 4th win. Like, to
Hmm.
kill Florida, I believe, may be one of the hardest things to do. And I'm
Yeah,
trying to think
definitely.
of, because they were not threatened in any of these series. Toronto, they were 2-2, and then they were up 3-2, and then it was 3-3, so game 7, but they blew that one
Oh,
wide open. And
yeah.
Edmonton has not been threatened in this playoff at all. It was
Hmm.
6 games with the Kings, 5-5. So for them to go
Yep.
7 would be like, this would be very poetic, but I just feel you have to physically bury this Florida team. They're so good. And
Exactly.
they have so many layers, to your point. And I will tell you, I think Florida is such a good coach team. Their
Hmm.
plays
And
off
yeah,
face-offs, their plays off a power play, their movement, their plays, they are just, they do a lot of very synchronized things that are beautiful to watch.
and you see the same thing with Edmonton going into that series as well. It's like Florida has been challenged to the fullest, but you see this like same thing with Edmonton, how they keep on layering and layering. It's it's great. So now you go into Florida now. I feel like it's gonna be tied up 2-2. I feel like Edmonton has played too good on the road to just lose 2 and for Florida to go up 3-1. I don't see a 2 wins like a 2-game series lead by any team because it's so close. And just that, like, you have guys like Barkov or just Bennett on those like top lines that are getting like Barkov has like 20 um points in the playoffs. You have these top liners, they're just so good. And then when you face up against McDavid and him, it's so such an even series. And then also you think Bobrovsky and Skinner are just like overwhelmed a bit because of how good the guys are because you haven't been seeing them putting up like a shutout, but I don't think it can. But it's obviously not their best games, but they're making spectacular saves. But then when you have guys that with so much skill and talent, it just makes everyone look stupid. And it's like Skinner and Bobrovsky have been the best goalies of these playoffs. So yeah.
I would be shocked if it doesn't go 7. I still feel very good about Edmonton. But to your point, like, I just had that reality moment talking to these Canadians because they're like, Edmonton has to win it. And I said, but they're facing Florida. And
Hmm.
like, if you think about Florida, like, just think about Florida. The only time that I recall, again, they went to that Stanley Cup final and they faced elimination game after elimination game after elimination game in the first time.
Exactly.
And then it took like a broken back by Kachuk and Vegas to just overwhelm them. The second time, it was like it was theirs. Now, I know Edmonton took them to 7 after being up 3-0. So both teams
Hmm.
have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. You like they're None of these teams are like, oh yeah, we have you where we want you. They both know that this is for the taking, and now we get to see how it looks.
And it's just so shocking how Brad Marchand has like 2 goals in that game too. The game was so good. I mean, you have 5 goals in that first period. Everything was great. There was so many penalties though. I felt like that the refs were not doing a great job in that game at all. It was a lot of like Panthers versus the refs, I felt like. But again, it's 2 great teams matching up against each other. You're gonna get a lot of these goals. When you have, like, 5 in the first period, it slowed down a little bit. I just feel like Florida on the road in Edmonton, it's so hard to get momentum against, but they can just bring it, and I love how they've been doing it and just, like, keeping up with Edmonton because it's not easy to keep up with Edmonton, when they score 3 in that first period. Then when you go up 4-3 and then you give up that Corey Perry goal, and then in overtime, and double overtime too. That overtime was good. They have a lot. Both teams had a lot of good chances,
Right.
but Brad Marchand, it's such a shocker that he can come into this series at whatever age he is, come in this weird trade, everything, and scoring 2 breakaway goals. It's shocking.
It's I'm not surprised with who we're watching. I know that there's great teams in the NHL, and we could have easily seen another team in this situation. But we were texting on game 1, and it was like, this is fantastic hockey. And then game 2, it was just the same thing. It was wave after wave. The other thing that I look at, it's like the first game, I felt the overtime. Florida had a couple chances in the first couple minutes, and then Edmonton really was bringing it to them. And in the second game and second overtime, like, these teams both have opportunities to close it or to win it. So the question is, who's going to close it? Who's going to leave an opportunity on the shelf? Which goalie's going to make that save? So do you still feel like Edmonton is going to win it? Is there like destiny to win it?
I gotta see how they play in Florida because it's so even. But if they play good in Florida, I feel like they're just so destined to win it and everything. How they're a Canadian team and McDavid needs a cup. I still feel the heart in Edmonton and that they can win it. But something about Florida, man. They 6 straight Stanley Cups. Won it last year against Edmonton. I feel like both teams have been playing great. I'm definitely saying that series is going to 7 now. I had Edmonton originally in 6 or 7, but now leaning into the series a little bit more. I have it going to 7. I'm so indecisive of which team it is because of everything. But I'll say Edmonton's destined to win it, so I'll say Edmonton. I don't want Edmonton to win, but I don't want Florida to win. I want the meter to strike down on the stadium. We all know that.
It's here's the one thing that's in the back of my head. Because if you remember Tampa Bay's run, they won 2 cups in a row, then they lost the third. Florida lost the first, and I gotta think that in the back of their minds, they didn't go pick up Brad, they didn't go pick up these players, and all these players didn't come back from injury for the Stanley Cup because they're hoping, obviously, they don't want to win number 2. They want to show Tampa that they are the kings of Florida. So that second cup means a lot to Florida, a lot more than what we think. I know it means a ton for Edmonton and a ton for McDavid and a ton for these players like Perry and Kane. You got guys out there that are doing great things. So my opinion is I would like to see Edmonton win. I like it for McDavid, but man, you got to earn it. This is not like when I watched Vegas over Florida or the Avs over Tampa, where it was just like, oh, the Avs are healthier and Tampa looks run down and Florida looks run down and Vegas is healthier. These teams are both healthy to the best that they can be healthy in the playoffs, and they're both playing great hockey. So I hope it goes 7. I think a 7th game for McDavid again, and again, so far we have 2 one-goal games. Do you see anyone blowing out anyone in this? I don't.
Absolutely not. It might go to a game 7 overtime. Oh, imagine that. Oof.
Pins and needles.
Dude.
Pins and needles.
Another former Penguin, Evan Rodriguez. It's actually, these playoffs are torturing me. I can't live through it. It's like, yeah.
Did you sell him for a bag of Doritos?
A bag of Doritos, man. We sold Kapanen, Evan Rodriguez by everyone, and they're just showing us. This band right here, I want to burn it down, but, I can't do that.
So we'll be back. Obviously, we have a couple breaks. I believe we have game 3. We get to game 5, I think, by the weekend. So game 3 and 4 in Florida here tonight, and I believe it's on Thursday night. Let me just check the stats of this thing. Yeah, it's Monday, Thursday, Saturday, which is odd that you're waiting so long for game 4 when you got to go back to Edmonton Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you would play game number 6 Wednesday, then Saturday would be game 7. So for those planning, June 21st on Saturday is when game 7 would occur, or game 6 is Wednesday, June 18th, which gives us some time. I will say the difference between the NBA and this is I think these extended breaks are very good to help these guys heal. The only thing that stinks is Hyman's out. Obviously, I believe he broke his wrist or did something he had to have surgery. So that has been, I thought it would be a bigger loss for Edmonton, but they're all coming out. They're all coming out hitting for him because he was hitting everybody. Hyman was...
Oh, dude, he averaged like 8 hits a game.
He was loving it. He was like... He never did that in the regular season. He was like, oh, my role now is to punish people. So he took the punishment, so he's out. All the Florida guys did come back. How healthy any of these guys are, we will not know until after this cup. But I don't
Exactly.
know. I just think the break helps them. And I think Edmonton's in a better headspace, so you're not going to see them get really down and lose 2 or 3 in a row. Same with Florida.
Well, in Florida, who do you have like in these 2 Florida games? I think I'm gonna take Florida tonight and then Edmonton on game 4, so it's tied 2-2.
I have the opposite. I have Edmonton in game 3, and then I have Florida in game 4. I still have it 2-2 going back to Edmonton. The only team I can see ahead, I shouldn't say the only team. In my brain, I can see Edmonton ahead 3-1. I just can't. It's hard for me to sell that. And I could easily see if Florida's up 3-1 or Edmonton's up 3-1, it ain't over. It is not over. Like, whoever wins is going to bury the other team.
If it's 3-0, it's not over. What did you see last year? Oh my goodness, went down to the last second.
And that was fantastic. So here we go. We have game 3 tonight. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be covering again. We'll cover game 3 and then get ready for game 4. We got some time to let it simmer after the game. So hope you guys enjoy the hockey. As always, I'm your host, Brendan and Nick. Please like, subscribe, and share. We are going to be with you all off season as we talk about the coaches changes, trades, and signings of what's going to happen in the off season. We got a lot of off season hockey that is going to kind of shape a little bit of the season, if you will. But these 2 teams are certainly going to want to get back to the Cup, Florida and Edmonton. And the question will be, who's going to knock them off the seat?
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Have a great night.
Peace.